talking about how a paradigm constitutes the ways of being in society, so how it changed the perception that we have of reality, and so how we collaborate to create aesthetic experience. And then we expecting, once we're going to change all our paradigms, we're going to have new aesthetic experience. So this is a very tricky way of putting the words around just to prove a concept. Okay? And then we're going to have a style, the style of the sustainable car. And now we're talking about like which paradigms we're trying to change, and what paradigms, of course, about the energy and about the consequence that certain models can create to the environment. There were paradigms of production, of design, related to production that creates the cars that we have now. And of course, this is connected with not just the means of production, but the materials and the way that things are produced and recycled and everything. And there were paradigms about also things like paradigms about the brands and the aesthetic of brands and how things are carried through it, and how symbols then are considered references to this object, which is the car, this design. And like you see here with the grills and wheels and things that go, and even colors, but maybe surfaces, proportions, basic architecture of the car, or the magnitude of it, the dimension of it. And there's very, very tricky ones to go through sustainability. Then when you think about this one, which is the extreme of the exhaust, the killer one, the one that release the gases in the air. So this is probably has to be gone at some point. And the quick conclusion was this one, that the aesthetic of most of the consumer products are in fact aesthetic of immoderate waste and environment and socially damaging practices. So this is, and then I realized there were basically like 3 ages. One was the age of the pioneers, when things were being invented, and then suddenly the car got an identity as an independent product, and it started an evolutionary age when we went to a lot of different styles and different trends. And we are still on this point, but we are heading to a future which will be a sustainable future, we hope, and then we'll probably start this 3rd age. We could call this the age of the IT car, the age of or other things, but I think sustainability in society will be the major issue of change. The other ones we actually haven't, and they will be there together, but what will change the most? Because influences like infrastructure, influences the architecture of the car, it goes from the whole picture to the small design is sustainability. And also through this historical study, I identified there were 3 things that were always there and make me love the car. And I call them the 3 myths of the car. It was the myth of freedom, and the myth of speed, and the myth of comfort. And I think they could be like epitomized by those 3 cars. It will come to a point where this thing will change. It's not that I'm saying that this should be done now, but I believe it's gonna come. It's something that we cannot really decide. It's gonna come. So, well, and this is probably one a very good, very important one, the most important approach of my research that all the students, they understood this very well, and I was very happy about it. Because, as you remember, I remember when we met in Turin, and you asked me how I was thinking about the car, this cars that were proposing, how they're going to be powered, and then you just coined that. I said, yeah, they're going to be powered by good intentions. I said exactly that. So yeah, remember that. Yeah. So it's a little bit like this. We have we understand in this research that sustainability is something that we can never achieve completely, because scientifically speaking, it's not something that we can achieve. But once it's like that, we have it as a reference for our aspirations, our dreams, and so we're driving through this like very mythical approach to sustainability on this project. So I'm saying to them they can challenge the new technology. They don't need to follow any technology that is available. They can just visualize what is coming and design according to these perspectives, not according to the things that we had in the past. So trying to turn this thing around. So, so the idea was to break from the traditional car as that happened before when you break from the carriage. And the methodology was kind of designed by not just the user needs. This is pretty much a way we design for sustainability, but also for the user dreams. So we will focus on those three myths of the car, and I tried to reinterpret those three needs, the myths of freedom, speed, and comfort. They had some meanings, that a few words are here, a little bit more there, but this is kind of... And they had done this brainstorm as well. I've seen some groups who looking at this again. So those myths have some meanings that reflect in the design, and some of them will be there in the future, and some of them will be a little bit changed when you think about the concept of sustainability. So when we have this change, we have a new start for the design, and this is the basic of it.